Hi everyone. So today is a very exciting day for Build Your Fan Club and all my community because I'm doing this ultimate masterclass today for copywriters. I'll just adjust the screen to just one speaker. Why is it not showing me? Okay, I'm going to pin myself. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. Okay, so I am really excited because I worked very hard for this presentation, all the topics, and we're going to keep it very compact, but highly potent in just 60 minutes. I'm covering this masterclass so that it benefits literally everyone. If you are a beginner, you are a seasoned copywriter, you are a marketer, social media manager, VA, or you could be a designer who wants to add copywriting to your agency or just serve copywriting to your clients along with your designing. Anything related to marketing, copy, sales, it's here. That's why I call it the ultimate copywriting masterclass. I am going to start sharing my screen. I have loads of examples for you guys today, and I'm so excited. So this is the ultimate masterclass for copywriters. Now, if you can hear me clearly or if there's any background noise, can you know in the chat? Because I would want the audio to be extremely clear. This is going to be a very important masterclass today with a lot of examples and a lot of new things, which honestly no one's teaching in the industry. I'll tell you why in a very short time. Why I'm not someone who just keeps boasting that this is the ultimate masterclass. I'm not. A lot of the people who are attending this masterclass today and will watch on replay have known me for a long time, and they know that I'm not someone to blow my own horn and just keep praising myself. There is a reason if I'm saying this masterclass is the ultimate masterclass. This is going to be circulated to a number of people. Over 50 people have registered for this, and more are registering for the replay. Why is this ultimate masterclass? We'll get to know in a very short time. But can you please tell me in chat if my audio is fine? Because I wouldn't want you guys to miss any part of this. So I want the audio to be spectacular. Please give me some confirmation. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is not like any other copywriting course or masterclass you've ever taken. This honestly will be a paid masterclass in the future. Right now, I'm keeping it free because this is very important topic to talk about, which only my paid students get to learn from me. But I feel I want to spread the concept of this copywriting that I do, have been doing for past 4 or 5 years now, and it's really new in the market. I'll tell you why. So what is the difference about this? Now, this is literally the first time ever where I started implementing feminine style of copywriting based on my 3E policy. Now, if you guys read my newsletter that I sent day before yesterday, I was talking about my 3E policy where I implement emotions, empathy, and expertise in copywriting, which is not very common to be very honest. It may sound so general, like emotions, empathy, expertise, but it's not really that general. Why? Because when I started out in back in 2019, properly in 2019, I saw the marketing world, especially the copywriting world, was highly male dominated. Even now it is, honestly. This bro marketing, I'm sure many of you might have heard of this bro marketing term. Literally, this was so common that time. The bro marketing is just so, what do I say? It's so masculine, not talking about emotions, just talking about buy, offer, discounts, and especially for coaches. Now, we have coaches who work in industries that are highly sensitive to people's emotions, like weight loss, feminine energies, or postpartum coaches or body image coaches, or even fertility coaches. I've worked with all types of people, honestly, which we'll also talk about in the next slide. But these areas, these industries are just so emotion oriented that bro marketing or masculine style of copywriting really doesn't work. And this was highly common in that time when I joined the industry. And even now it is still there, but it's slightly changing, to be very honest. And I brought my own style of feminine style of copywriting based on emotions, empathy, expertise. And you know what? When I did this in the beginning, I was shamed for it. I was shamed for it. And I was just told by, I have learned from some really successful A-list marketers. Some of them have really taught me amazing stuff, but some of them have told me what the style of copywriting I do will not work. I got so many rejections. If you guys follow me from like 2020, 2021, you would have read in my newsletters. I have written about my rejections so openly because I consider myself as a very authentic person. And some of you, like even some of my paid clients today, they have been following me for 2020, 2021. They have been reading my newsletter since then, where I openly talked about my rejection and why was I rejected. So many of these people who wanted, these bro marketing people, I hope you guys have heard about it. It's so masculine. They didn't like my style of writing because my style of writing is all about emotions. It's all about empathy. It's all about understanding the other person, making the other person feel heard, understood, and accepted. I will never jump on someone's face and say, hey, buy this, just because I'm giving you a discount. Just because I am saying that, that FOMO kind of thing, that urgency kind of thing. I don't like doing this. Surprisingly, what happened was because of those rejections, I started, I didn't apply for those big companies, financial copywriting companies. I moved towards e-commerce companies that were women oriented, feminine style oriented. Like they were, some of these e-commerce companies were actually helping people get off birth control pills and take Ayurvedic pills for their fertility, for the fertility health. Those kind of e-commerce companies, and especially coaches. I'm an expert in the coaching industry because especially in coaching industry, it's such a feminine style. Coaching overall is such a feminine industry that, and coaching was kind of new in 2018, 2019, because that time the coaching industry was just taking off. It was not extremely, it was not, it was not extremely popular the way it is today. Which is why today even the competition in coaching industry is high, but it's highly lucrative. Copywriting, if you learn it well, it's literally cash making machine. I have an example of it. I started with literally zero, not even $0 and 0 rupees or $0 in my bank account. I was in debt in 2020 and 2019. I was in debt of 36,000 rupees in my credit card. 36,000, I don't know how much is it in dollars, but in INR, at that time I didn't even have a USD account. Now I do, because obviously most of my transactions are in USD. And back in 2019, I was literally in debt of 36,000 rupees. And I didn't know what to do. I was in a corporate job and I was waiting for my year-end annual bonus so that I could pay off that debt, because I was so sick and tired of the credit card people calling me and telling me, hey, pay your bill, pay your overdraft, pay your overdraft. I was there in 2019, but I knew that I'm a good writer. I knew I could make it. I knew I could bet on myself. So I started investing in myself. I started taking leap. And that's a whole story I'll tell later. But then my success was very quick. A lot of you know that my success was extremely quick because my first client was $17, which is 1,325 rupees. And straight away in 1 month, my second client was $1,000. And there's no looking back after that. I got $1,000, $5,000 clients, $15,000 clients. I've worked with really big clients, which we'll also see next in the slides. So there was no looking back from there. And this girl, who was 36,000 INR in debt in 2019. In 2022, she was $153,000 in revenue with 80% plus profit, actually 90% plus profit, because I was a solo. I didn't have to pay any employees. I didn't have to pay for anything. It was 90% plus profit margin for me. So I literally had 6 figures in USD in my bank account lying around within just or like 2 to 3 years. And this was not just in 2022, even in 2021, I was consistently earning 5K months, 6K months in USD, because I tuned into that frequency. What, if you guys have seen my reel the other day, where I'm talking about the frequency of money making. That actually comes from your unique style, your unique style of creativity. For me, it was this feminine style of copywriting, story selling, which we are going to learn today, the basics of it. So this was my unique style that when I approached with it in the copywriting, in the coaching space, coaches loved it because coaches had never heard of something like that before. Coaches, whenever they were trying to hire a copywriter, they were all coming with this bro marketing style, this masculine style of copywriting, buy this, buy that, do this, do that. Obviously coaches will not like it, especially the kind of coaches I was working with were extremely feminine coaches, manifestation coaches, emotion coaches, grief coaches, body image coaches, posture coaches, and styling coaches. That's again very feminine. These feminine coaches will not like masculine, and there was a huge gap in the industry, which back then I did not know. I just followed my own calling to write the way I write and didn't listen to those A-list marketers, those successful marketers who were telling me that my writing is not good. I didn't listen to them because I believe that, hey, I write about emotions, I write about stories, I write about empathy. How can it not connect with people? Because I did have a sales background before that. I used to sell a lot of stuff like insurance policies and incense sticks, sweets, all kinds of like makeup products. I used to sell a lot of things, and these are the exact things that worked in my sales career, which was commission-based job earlier. Then I used to just wonder, how can this not work in the copywriting space if it really worked in my commission-based sales job, which I was just doing for pocket money, but it did really so well. How can it not work in the copywriting area? So I just believed in myself and I just kept on going and didn't even listen to these extremely successful people who were telling me I'm not a good writer because they're not my market. Their market is completely different. My market is completely different. So no more bro marketing. I don't agree with that. I don't teach that. My style is something so different, which is based on this 3E policy: emotions, empathy, expertise. So a lot of this is still catching on, to be very honest, but it's very new in the market. And that's why I say what I teach here in Build Your Fan Club is completely different, which we'll also see a lot of some of the interviews which are uploaded on my YouTube channel. From alumni of Build Your Fan Club who love this style. And immediately after learning this style, they hit like 7K USD projects. They started getting on sales calls and started converting $2,500, $3,000 clients after learning this style. Energetic tools along with copywriting, which I teach over here to attract soulful clients, not just for yourself, but for your clients too. Now, why do my clients rehire me? Why did I become suddenly so popular? It was not a fluke because I was giving them sales. I was getting them aligned clients. I was not just giving them any random people who were just ready to pay them. I was giving them their soulful clients, the kind of clients they really wanted to work. The kind of clients you write in your ideal client avatar in your Notion or in your notebook, that this is the kind of client I want to work with. Those are the clients I was getting for them, not just for myself. So, the kind of thing that I teach over here with my 3E policy not only helps you, but it also helps your clients get more clients, which is amazing for your business. Do you think your client will not pay you $5,000 if you're able to make them $10 or $15,000? Do you think that's possible? No, my clients would constantly give me bonuses, incentives, extra money than what I was asking because I was making them really good sales from my copywriting, and I still do. So we are done with the appointment bookers. If some of you don't know what are appointment bookers, these are again the bro marketing style, what people used to do. They used to do cold calling and, so they hire VAs to randomly search for people who might be interested in their coaching program and then book appointments with them and then get on sales call with them, like literally cold calling, cold DMing, get on sales call with them and do that pushy sales. Like, you need this. If you don't do this, you're going to die. That kind of sales, that kind of copywriting, which I don't agree with. I don't do that. I'll just read your chat. Are you asking something? My voice is shaking. Is it better now? Just let me know. Can you tell me in chat? Is it better now? Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so which is why appointment bookers are done. It's a dead industry. And if you guys have never heard about appointment bookers before, it's good. You don't need to hear about it again. That time when I joined the industry, this was very, very popular because appointment bookers were again these people doing cold DMing, booking cold calls, and really being so pushy on the calls or in their copywriting for getting them on the call. Like, especially someone imagine in the grief coaching industry, if you're being pushy like that, like if you don't do this, you'll forever be in the grief mode, you'll forever be in the low space, you'll forever be in the low emotions. That's just so unethical. I didn't agree with it. That's why I didn't want to do that. I have rejected so many prospects in the first few years of my career. I've lost count. I've seriously lost count because this is the kind of style I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do cold DMing, that pushy kind of sales, pushy copywriting. I wanted to do empathy, emotions, inspiring people to transform themselves, really make them see the other side of the light, see how powerful they are, empowered they are. And this is something that I do in my own coaching as well. When I train my students, I constantly do this with them. I make them see their powerful version of themselves and not just make them feel like, hey, you have to do a lot or you're not doing well or, just like you're behind. I never like to use those words. You can just ask any of my clients. I never like any of those languages. So who am I? So who is this person who is blabbering here for the past around 15 minutes? I've always been a combination of a creative writer, a salesman, or a saleswoman, and spirituality, because I think it was my my inclination towards spirituality that always kept me ethical and empathetic towards people, where I didn't want to do the kind of pushy sales, toxic masculine copywriting, like that grow marketing. I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to be, I my always, whenever I write copy, and even back then, whenever I wrote copy, my intention was always it should touch their heart. That's why I used to call my emails love letters. So, and that is still my intention. Whenever someone reads anything that I write, it should literally touch their heart and inspire them to take an action towards their betterment. If I'm not able to do that, I don't consider myself a good writer. I'm never going to push people. And that's now it's becoming popular with coaches, especially in the coaching industry, where people are adapting that kind of style of writing. Earlier, it was not. And that's why I suddenly became so popular because coaches wanted this, but they didn't have writers who could do this for them. I've worked with 70 plus entrepreneurs in the last 2.5 years in all sectors possible digitally, and all of these are global clients. All of these are successful CEOs, entrepreneurs, and I worked as their chief copy officer, which is, by the way, a very important role. These big companies have CMOs, which is chief marketing officer, and every marketing officer needs a copy head because marketing cannot work without copywriting. I'm sure all of you know any kind of digital marketing, online marketing, these days, even in-person brick and mortar marketing does not work without copywriting. It's just not possible. So every CMO needs a CCO, which is Chief Copy Officer. And I was that for a lot of, I am still working with few of my clients, which we'll see in the next slide, as their Copy Officer, Chief Copy Officer, and or their copy head, whatever you want to call that, because literally marketing is incomplete without copywriting. I never agreed with masculine blasting style of copy or marketing, literally you're blasting a red buy now button in their face. I never agreed with it. It felt unethical to me, which is why also I quit the sales world in 2019. So I was doing very well in the sales world. I was making a lot of money, even though it was incentive style. I was honestly making so much money over there that I didn't need to apply for a job. I was just doing well with the commissions itself because I was selling a lot of products and I was good at it. Even that sales work was male dominated, I was literally the only woman in a team of 20 men, but I was still doing very well. But it felt so unethical to me, so pushy to the clients. I didn't want to do that kind of thing, which is why I left it and took a job in 2019 along with my freelancing career. And this has always been my core principle, that whatever I do in the marketing world or anything in my business, it has to help someone, it has to make a difference. It doesn't have to be pushy to anyone. I would never like that. So these are some of my clients that I've worked with till date. Some of them, few of them I'm still working with as their copy head. These are really high performing feminine leaders. They're all based in the US. Most of my high performing clients are feminine and based in the US. It's just a coincidence, but that's how it happened. I have worked with some big brands in India as well, but my major success came from these feminine leaders in the US. I'm still working with her, Makeda, and more like consulting with Makeda. And this is a lawyer. She's one of the top lawyers in the US, Rosina. She is Letitia, again, a very successful marketing coach. I have worked for their personal brands, and these people are regularly seen on these big publications like Entrepreneur, Forbes. Makeda regularly comes on Washington TV. And this is just what they are. They spend a lot of money on their marketing, and majority chunk of them for their copywriting, because it's important. It is that important. And I am fortunate to work with these clients, to have worked with these clients in the past, because while working with them, I got to learn a lot more about marketing in general, entrepreneurship in general, not just copywriting. Because, when after a stage, when you want to become a better copywriter, a better marketer, having that skill of entrepreneurship is very important, which working with these and many more entrepreneurs really helped me. I was also working in 2021 till the end of 2022 with a very successful entrepreneur as his executive assistant as a part-time job, and I learned great deal from that job as well. So all of these skills, at the end of the day, they add up, because when you are really walking up that ladder of copywriting, it's also your company that you're growing as an entrepreneur. So you need that experience of entrepreneurship along with that. So these are some of my clients. They are regularly seen on these big platforms. What they really loved about my work were these three things, which is what I'm going to talk about here. These are very unique. I have created my signature framework on these three, and literally my whole career is based on these three pillars. And if you master these three pillars, which I generously teach inside Build Your Fan Club, both in one-on-one capacity and in the modules that I have, you're going to rock it in your copywriting career. I'm really telling you, because people are not teaching this. I know a lot of popular copywriters who sell their courses, but even they are selling a lot of that bro marketing style of copywriting, that pushy style, FOMO style, urgency style of copywriting. I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, that style is not going to work, because our market, our industry is catching up with this kind of style, which is more emotion based, which is more empathy based, which is more feminine based. My writing is extremely feminine based. If any of you read my newsletters or my Instagram copy or the way I write, it's extremely feminine based. And you'll see today, because I'm going to show you an actual client copy and why and how I wrote it. So you'll get to know my writing style as well. Any questions? Please ask me your questions in chat. I forgot to tell you. I will get to them as and when I get time, but I would love to see your questions. Okay, so first we'll start with story selling. This is my unique framework where I use stories to sell through copywriting, because copywriting is not just writing, it is a combination of writing style and sales, with, of course, the psychology of sales. So it's not just writing, because if you're just writing, it's content. There's a difference between content writing and copywriting. The huge difference is your copy has to cover the psychology of sales. If you're not doing that, it's just content. So I have curated 6 unique storytelling techniques, which is there inside Build Your Fan Club. And those 6 techniques are hero style, fact story pitch. I've actually have an example of fact story pitch on my YouTube channel, Build Your Fan Club. You can search it and see that whole video. I have shown how I have used my own storytelling style of fact story pitch for 2 of my clients, and it did really well for their launch. So I've done a full copy breakdown on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, @ Build Your Fan Club. You can go watch it there. Then I have mini blog editorial style, flow state of mind, get a character, give a personality, contradict your old idea. So these are my 6 extremely special, unique story selling styles that I have curated over the years. And now I teach to my students inside Build Your Fan Club. Some of my alumni from Build Your Fan Club have literally based their whole career on these 6 storytelling styles. One of the examples I'll show you, follow me, she actually bagged a $7,000 USD client because she nailed these 6 storytelling techniques. And she's still growing. That's not the end. The $7,000 client was in 2022. 2023, I have not even asked her, but I know that she's doing really much better than that. So just these 6 storytelling styles, if you nail it, and I have given examples. It's not just I'm teaching you frameworks here. I have shown real life examples in Build Your Fan Club how these 6 storytelling styles are used. If you just learn these 6, you're done. Like you can really ace your game in the copywriting world. Now, this is not the bro marketing way. This is extremely emotion based, empathy based. And, this is something that when you write in this way, and if you use the other 2 pillars, which is psychology and research, it's definitely going to touch your ideal audience's heart. And that's the goal with any copywriting you should do. So second pillar is psychology and mindset. Now, this is where we talk about how are they feeling? How do you exactly articulate your audience's feeling? It's not just that you have to talk about these are the features, these are the things that you get, these are the benefits that you get if you buy. This is what will happen. That doesn't work, honestly. You really have to make them feel something in order to listen to you, because especially today, the internet is so crowded with people literally bombarding offers on people's faces. You really have to up your game and touch their heart. Because I think, story is something where people don't use their logical mind, which they should not, in terms of story and emotions. And, especially in coaching industry, it's all about emotions. So if coaching industry is all about emotions and your copy is lacking emotions, they will use their logical mind and they're not going to buy from the logical mind. Most people, especially high ticket sales, happen from the heart. They don't happen from the mind. They happen from the heart, and the heart rules everything. Because when these people buy high ticket coaching programs from their heart, they also do the work to get the transformation, and not like they logically just buy. They were thinking from their head, they buy and then they don't do the work for the transformation. Even that is not going to help, because we don't want just random people in our programs or our offers. We want people who are the right ones, who will actually benefit from the offer, from the program. We don't want random people. Even in Build Your Fan Club, I just don't allow random people. People who are truly aligned for this and will do the work and will get the results. We have a very good success rate in Build Your Fan Club. There is a reason why, because I have a very strong filter process. And that's why when someone is aligned to that offer, they do the work, they actually apply whatever is given to them in that offer, and automatically when your clients start getting results, the offer starts getting better. This is my third launch in Build Your Fan Club, and it's doing so much better than my first launch, my second launch, because those old alumni, those old students, they are doing well. So that energetic effect is always there. It's always a domino effect. So this is the most important part, the psychology and the mindset part, where you learn what makes a launch successful. Now, most of you copywriters, when you work for any industry, whether it is e-commerce or copywriting, you will have to ace the launch game, because everybody is launching. And as a copywriter, if you cannot write their launch copy, they're not going to hire you, or they will just hire you for literally peanuts. So that's why there is a whole module 3, for just dedicated to launch. And it's the longest module we have in Build Your Fan Club. It's just dedicated to launch because it's that important, and I'm still adding to it. And the psychology embedded in launch. Now, why people say launch copy is more expensive or more important than any other kind of copy? Because there is a specific psychology that goes into it. There is a specific way of writing that goes into it that is so different from any other style of copywriting, which is why I also have a full breakdown of my client's launch email sequence, where she made $15,000 just from the emails, and how the kind of psychology, the kind of words I've used, I've applied to it. I have taught it very much in detail inside Build Your Fan Club, because that way of writing is completely different from any normal copywriting, from any normal style of writing. It's not even like a social media style of writing. It's very different. I'll just take a break 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So I don't teach any pushy sales tactics because a lot of people apply, and some people sadly think launch copywriting is all about being pushy, FOMO, urgency. That is so 2019. Please don't do that in 2023 and actually 2024. 2023 is gone. It's 2024 now, and the industry is really fast paced in the marketing world, in the copywriting world, and it's leading towards more heart centered people, more heart centered marketing, more empathy based copywriting, which is why this, what you're going to learn in this, what I'm teaching today in the masterclass or inside Build Your Fan Club is literally golden for the next 5 years of your career. This is literally predicting the industry trend of copywriting. And I just use inspirational psychological tips that not only attract the right audience, but also help them gain transformation. As I said, in the coaching industry, we just don't want random people. We want people who utilize that offer and get good results so that those results also accelerate the growth of that offer and get more aligned people towards that offer. And same goes for e-commerce. For example, in e-commerce, and these days e-commerce is also getting so creative. They're also having these creative new products, like they are selling if you know, Olipop is such a huge e-commerce brand in the US. They sell soda, but it's healthy soda because they have a lot of herbs and adaptogen mushrooms in it. So it is soda, but it's amazingly healthy. So you don't have to feel guilty for drinking soda. And what really helped them were because the people who were buying their soda gained massive transformation in their health. And they tastefully used their email sequences from those transformations to get more clients, more customers who wanted that kind of transformation. And they are doing superb now. They're like literally number one in the US right now, which is exactly what I'm teaching here in the second pillar. Now, the third one is research. Now, if you notice, all the three pillars that I'm talking about here are one above the other. They're all linked. One is not without the other. So research is very important, which is why I have a whole slide teaching you one specific way of research that I do today. Normally, research, this part is so important that I cover it in one-on-one with my clients, with my both for my done for you clients and my coaching clients, my students, because the kind of clients they are working with and their launch, I want them to learn hands-on from me. So it's literally like, as I say, having me in their back pocket. So if they have a client launch coming up, I teach them how to do specific research for that launch and get sales like high six-figure sales for that client from this research method that I teach. And even my research methods are quite unique, which you'll see in the next slide. So these are what I teach is the path-breaking research, which you never have to worry about creating success because it's given. If you do these methods, it's given. It's guaranteed almost. For not just for your own business, but for your clients as well. Some of the finer ways of doing research that I use, which very few copywriters do in the industry, is focus group, audience interviews, public forums, competitor analysis, and many more. So this is something that I have very lightly touched inside the modules of Build Your Fan Club, but I teach it very in depth according to the one-on-one calls I have with my students, because I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed because these topics itself takes like years to master. So I just do this in one-on-one capacity with my students as and when they do launches for their clients. And I just to pick up a topic that is most relevant to their client's launch, maybe a focus group, maybe a public forum. Public forum research is a huge thing. For competitor analysis, what kind of competitor analysis do I do? It's not like any other, like you're just seeing what someone else is doing and then you're trying to do something different. No, it's something else. So don't worry, I'm going to cover it in the very lightly. I'm going to cover it in the next slide. So this is first in depth in the program of Build Your Fan Club, both in the one-on-one and the pre-recorded modules capacity. Okay, so now what is persuasion copywriting? As I told you guys, I am all about persuasion copywriting, but not nagging style of copywriting, where we're literally like nagging people to buy, not that style. So I use subtle tones and emotions to help, actually, there's a typo here, to help my readers gain awareness. So this awareness stage, as people say that know, like, and trust, I don't follow that stage very religiously, but what I do follow is the awareness stage, where I don't make them aware with the benefits of the offer or what they're lacking. I don't like to do that lack style of copywriting. But what I like to do is tell them, again, tap into their emotions to gain awareness of where they want to go. So if you see this, this photo is not very clear, but no kind of manipulation, but actually inspiring them. So it's not money first, it's people first approach, where the money doesn't even come in the play in the welcome and the nurture sequence. It comes much later in the launch sequence. That's why I don't dive into launch for my clients without doing the welcome and the nurture sequence. This is the people first approach. Focus on the deal was what used to be. Now people focus on relationships, especially with my copywriting. I focus on relationship building. So there's a lot of engagement style of emails that I send, which if you are part of Build Your Fan Club, inside the program, there is a whole worksheet where I teach you how to do this, how to write engaging emails where the subscribers actually write you back. They actually engage with your emails. They tell you about themselves. They tell you about their problems. They tell you what they want from you. So there's a whole worksheet about, I think there are 20 or 30 prompts and exercises. A very unique exercise that I teach inside Build Your Fan Club is the heart sing exercise, which is all based on emotions. It's the heart sing emotions exercise, which is exactly focused on engagement style inside your email list, for your email copy. That is relationship focused. And my thing.
Okay, I found this on the web form.
Okay, so the other one is what people used to do in the pro marketing style was short-term gain. I don't do that. We go for long-term gain in this new style. Why? Because long-term gains, these big coaches or these big entrepreneurs, even e-commerce companies, when you start working with them, you'll see they won't just have one offer, they'll have multiple offers. That's how they reach that, most of them, that's how they reach that million, not just million, 10 million, 20 million, 8-figure entrepreneurs who make like 50 million. They have multiple offers, not just coaches, even e-commerce industries. They have multiple offers. When someone has multiple offers, you have to be long-term focused and not short-term focused. Because if you are short-term focused, your audience is not prepped enough. They'll buy one or two offers in the short run, but in the long term, it's going to be such a failed strategy. It won't get you the millions that you're at. So whenever you work with clients who are literally at that level of 10, 20 million, 50 million, please be long-term focused because they'll have multiple offers. So how I do that, I gain their trust by using their language. Again, research comes in handy over here. What specific languages are they using? Now, I'll give you an example. Is my audio clear? Can you please tell me in chat? I hope my audio is clear. You guys, can you tell me in chat? Oh, thank you. Okay, so how I gain their trust by using their language. A very good example I'm going to give with a weight loss coach that I was working with. She was writing all like lose 20 kgs, 30 kgs, and people were not buying her offers. Then I came in and I started doing focus group interviews, which I'll tell you next how to do that. I started doing focus group interviews, and one of the interviewees actually used this line. I just want to fit in my college jeans. I just want to lose enough weight to fit in my college jeans, because she doesn't care about whether she loses 10 kgs, 20 kgs. She just wants to feel good by fitting in her college jeans, the jeans that she used to wear in her college. I use that line. Boom. It did really well for that coach. So this is how you get to use your audience's language. Now, when she was saying lose 20 kg, 30 kg, 10 kg, people were not, I mean, they were understanding, but they were not, their emotions were not attached to it, because already people literally bombard them, probably their family members and their friends tell them that, hey, you need to lose 5 kg, 10 kg, dietitians tell them, they're just bored of this stuff. But someone inspires them, hey, what if you can fit in your college jeans? What if you can fit in your wedding dress? Some people would love that. use that kind of language. Now, this is persuasion copywriting, which is inspiring style. It's not pushy style. It's not unethical. It's inspiring someone. So this is how you conduct research, focus group interviews to understand their language and use exactly their language in your copy. Make them see the transformation. That is very, very important. So I just gave you a very good example of that. So now we come to the best part where I actually show you a real example from my own client. She's Kelly Meath, and she's a postpartum coach. She's based in Canada, and she teaches new moms because new moms, when they give birth, they have some problems with their abdomen, with leaky bladder, and a bunch of other things in their posture, in their lower back pain, a lot of other things. So she really helps them with that, not just with exercise, but with nutrition, with their emotions, support. Some of them go through postpartum depression, so she helps them with that along with body movement and a lot of stuff. So how I did her research. Now, I'm someone who has not given birth yet. I am not someone who has not gone through that experience of postpartum yet. But I know how to write for a post. Now, this is a very good example for you copywriters. When you write for someone where you have yourself not experienced that, but then you have to write emotion-based copy. But how do you write that emotion-based copy when you have not been through it yourself? Yeah, how to conduct this group discussion, I'm telling you. One of them is focus group, which I'm just telling you right now. There are more like forums and other topics I won't get into right now. It's more for Build Your Fan Club paid program. But just one, how to conduct focus groups, I'll show you over here. There are other ones that I showed you back then, which is about audience interviews, public forums, competitor analysis. All of these are to be covered inside the paid program. But right now, I'm just going to cover very roughly focus group. Even focus group has a lot of variety in it, a lot of ways to conduct it. But one of them I'm going to cover today. Yeah. So let's get back to Kelly. How did I do her research? Now, research is something that will literally shoot you up from an okay copywriter to a great copywriter, from a copywriter who charges $100 or $500 to someone who charges $5,000. This is literally your rocket. Market research is literally your rocket on how to conduct these focus groups, audience interviews, public forum research, competitor analysis. These are your literally gold mine to shooting your copywriting business to a premium one. So this is a live client research, which I'm going to show you today. She's a postpartum coach. I'm going to open my Notion. Yeah. So how did I do first? I first researched some ad links of, this is competitor analysis, how other people are running ads. And I started to find, I started to find the gaps in the industry. So you have to be very good at finding gaps in the industry when you are writing high conversion copy, because if you're writing everything what everyone is saying, it's not good. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say here is go find the ad. You can go to Facebook library, honestly. Facebook library is open to everyone. This is the ads library. You can find your similar people over here and just go to current location, all ads, and you can just search keywords. Like over here, I'm searching postpartum. You'll see a number of examples over here. Okay, now these are not great examples because I'm just doing this right now with you guys. But let's see. Marketing coach. Yeah, so you see so many types of examples are coming in the library. Once you go through these, you'll see what are the gaps through the competitor analysis part that I teach in Build Your Fan Club. You'll start to understand what are the gaps in the industry and how can you create something unique that can grab attention of your audience. So first of all, have some links that people are doing. But maybe ad links, maybe organic post, maybe from their newsletters. Have a collection. First, that is your step one to your research. Have a collection of what people are already doing. And then try to go to the famous people in that industry and see what their clients are asking for. So this is someone who was Angie. She's another famous postpartum coach. So I wanted to go and see what her audience, her clients are really going through. What are they feeling? And this is what they say: I'm 55, this shoulder pain, disconnected from my body. And someone says they're have been doing stage one daily of some, it's a supplement basically, because she also sells supplements. And then someone says they are rebuilding their core and they have prolapses. So these are the words that you should use in your copy. And this exactly comes from doing this research from your competitor. Till here, we are in competitor. Now, after this, I realized I was not getting a lot of material from, I was just getting these great words like prolapses and core building and disconnected from body. So the shoulder pain, these were good examples that I was getting, but I wanted more. So I started conducting interviews with people. Is my screen sharing paused? Can you guys see my screen now? Okay. Now I think you should be able to see. Okay, so first, what I was saying, I'll repeat here. I'll just repeat here what I was saying. So have a collection. Step one, have a collection of what your competitors are doing. In this case, I had ad links. So if you go here and search like marketing coach or Instagram coach or postpartum coach or like fertility coach, let's search fertility coach. See, so many examples coming for fertility coaches, IVF and pregnant for a healthy baby in healthy womb, so many things. So also using natural remedies, you get a lot of ideas basically from these, and you start to find the gap in the market. Once you start to find the gap in the market, you have your deal. This is what you need to cover up, because if you're just sounding like everyone else, it's not going to help. You have to be unique. So this research is very important. So go to Facebook ads library. This is just open to everyone. This is open to everyone. You can go to Facebook ads library and see what their competitors are doing. Then go to some big players in that industry, like I did with Kelly. I went with Angie's another like big postpartum coach, and I went through her audience, her clients, comments and reviews and what they're saying. So I got things like shoulder pain, disconnected from body, and then stage one of daily supplement, some kind of supplement they use, and rebuilding core. So these are some good phrases that I got, which helped me with that part of the copy, which is like, I want to fit in my college jeans. So I got that part of the copy. Now I want more. So now I conduct focus groups. What do I do with focus groups is I actually find people either from my clients' past examples, like past clients, or someone from her Instagram or her social media, where I actually ask her to invite people for a focus group interview, where I give her specific questions, how to do those interviews. I conduct the interview sometimes my client does them, depends who does what. And in those focus groups, we ask them specific questions about how are they feeling after their delivery up. And we give them something in return, maybe a $20 Amazon gift card or a Starbucks gift card, or maybe a 20% off for one of our programs, depends. So we actually ask the real people who are our ideal prospects. We interview them, and there are specific questions we ask them, which leads me over here. Now some of the things that I really got from her focus group interviews, Kelly's focus group interviews, where these people were saying that they have had 6 children, but the problem always remains. So it doesn't matter if this is your first time or your 6th time. It is a beautiful experience, but because of the pain in their abdomen, they could not experience the beauty of pregnancy, the beautiful phase, the loving phase of pregnancy. They were not able to enjoy it because of that pain in their abdomen. So that line I got from the focus group interview. And this became boom. Amazing. Then side effects, these are the words exactly what I got from Angie's audience, which is prolapse, pelvic floor dysfunction, pain and aches in overall body, incontinence, which is leaking urine from bladder, diastasis recti. So these were the words which I had to use because again, everyone in the public forum is using them. And then the transformation is loving your own body and energy. This is again, which comes from the focus group interview, because the women in the focus group interview actually said, we want to love our body. We love being a mom. We want to love this phase of being a mom, but this pain in our abdomen, in our core is not letting us do that. So that will help you. This program will help you. This program will help you gain confidence in your own strength. Some of these women were not having a good sex life after delivering baby. Why? Because they were losing that confidence in their own body. Their hormones were changing so rapidly. So balance their hormones and mood. Long-lasting healthy core. So these will also give them a good sex life. These are all things that came from public forum focus group. Majorly. Now, how do you see how? Then she is giving her free guide, which is Super Mama, Super Foodie, which is about easy to make recipes, what kind of supplements they can buy, what are the what are the exercises they can do. Then this was an ad copy. So this is a long form copy. This is a medium form copy, which is slightly different. Because there are specific techniques to write long form, medium, and short form, which I'll not get into right now. But yeah, this is the short form copy. We were testing all of these three, and of course, the long form did really well because the long form is just so much more emotional. It's just so much more connecting with these moms' emotions, which is why, and see, your pelvic floor is the epicenter of your feminine health. This was a very famous line among her audience. So now you kind of get it, what I was trying to say by research. So now I'll just get back to my so I'll just get back to my document here. So this is what I mean by market research, and there are several more ways to do market research, which is why I teach this inside Build Your Fan Club, both in the modules and one-on-one capacity with my students. Now, we'll go on to email funnels. Now, this is so popular. People love it. I have a full masterclass inside Build Your Fan Club about email funnels using ActiveCampaign. But to very shortly cover this over here, what are email funnels? Email funnels are where you start capturing traffic from a number of sources, a number of places, and ultimately you want them in your email list, because these days social media platforms are becoming so unpredictable, are becoming so strict with their algorithm. You want people inside your email list and ultimately utilize email strategies to convert them. And everyone is doing it these days because paid ads have become so expensive. Social media platforms have become just so unpredictable that email list is literally the only remedy now, like the best remedy now, the cheapest remedy to sell your offers. Which is why you need to learn them. And one small email funnel that I'll teach you today is a webinar style, which I'm doing right now. So this is a live webinar that I'm doing. The replay of this is literally going to be in this funnel that I'm going to teach you right now. So let me just go back. Yeah. So I drew this by my hand because I am so bad at really doing the flow chart and all as a presentation. I love doing, even with my clients, honestly, I do this with hand and they love it. They've been loving it for years now. So let's take this example of what I'm doing with Build Your Fan Club. Right now, it is live. Then this replay is going to be circulated in email funnel in this way. So this replay of the webinar is going to be from a registration page. People will register on it, and then a whole email flow of nurture series will start. Then, as soon as this normally has to be after 5 to 6 minutes of the registration. Why? Because in that interval of 5 to 6 minutes, they will be sent to my thank you page where there will be a tripwire. You guys, some of you might have seen my Facebook group lead generation masterclass for $57. So normally I do that thank you plus a tripwire. If you're interested, I mean, you are getting this webinar for free, but if you want my masterclass, you can also buy it for 50. So it's just a small, what is a tripwire? A tripwire is a small offer at a low price that really just helps them understand if your teaching is aligned with them or not. So just $57, I have my Facebook group lead generation offer on the thank you page. And while they are reading it, they need time to register it, right? That's why I don't start my email sequence immediately. I start my sequence 5 to 6 minutes later. And once they have read it, either they buy or they don't buy, which is fine. But 6 minutes later, my whole sequence starts, which first, and I don't sell in my sequences in the beginning. I first nurture them and then the offer comes. Now, in this case, the offer could be again my Facebook group lead generation offer for $57, or it could be directly my high ticket build your fan club program, could be anything. So this is a very small gist of what email funnel is. Of course, it's covered in a full 90 minutes masterclass inside Build Your Fan Club, and I'm still adding a part 2 in January 2024 inside Build Your Fan Club, because this is a very important topic, especially now in 2024. Now that social media, organic and paid structure is becoming very complicated, email funnels are highly in demand. We literally have copywriters just specialized in email funnels, and they're making a lot of money because this is so much in demand. So this is a very huge topic inside Build Your Fan Club. Now, I'm going to talk about money mindset and energetics and how this has been helping some of my present students and past students. Money mindset energetics is something that I absolutely stand for. I feel anything that you do, the mindset has to back it. So what role it plays in your sales? If you are not confident on your sales calls, if you don't know what kind of lead generation to do, if your mindset, one thing my coach told me a few years ago, which I'll tell you now, it always makes sense. She told me, I can literally hand you my $1 million marketing strategy, because this coach that I was learning under, she was literally making $1 million every month. So in a year, maybe like 12-15 million dollars. She told me this is a very good thing in 2021. I can literally hand you the exact marketing strategy I use for my $1 million per month business. You'll still be not able to do it if your mindset is not geared for it. And that's how important money mindset. And I still say the same thing to my clients. My students, they ask me, how do I get these $15,000 clients, $5,000 clients? I just tell them, I can tell you, I can give you my exact marketing strategy, but if your mindset and energetics are not aligned with it, it will not work for you. So this is a very important part in my coaching, and I cover this one-on-one with my students. I have a bit of this in the recorded modules, but it's majorly one-on-one because I would like to customize this according to my students and actually heal their money blocks, because I have modalities how I heal their money blocks. Sometimes I just motivate them, sometimes I coerce them, whatever is needed. Like today, yesterday, Bharvi, this one student of mine, she was going to get on a sales call, and she was giving a lot of she was giving free trials to people, and I told her strictly no free trials. I'm not allowing you that in my coaching. So it's been 1.5 months that she's under me. She stopped giving free trials, and now she's getting so many people asking her to work with her. Just yesterday, she got on a sales call and she offered her $2,500 offer. Imagine, from free trial to $2,500 offer. And the client has almost agreed and will get back to her today. So we'll know after this masterclass ends. And imagine that transformation in 1.5 months because of the mindset and energetics. She was literally doing free trial for so many clients. And she joined me 1.5 months ago. And I told her, no, this is not happening under me. This is not happening under me, because she has experience. She's now worked with these 3, 4, 5 clients for free. Why should she continue giving free trial? I don't agree with that. So the moment I worked on her money mindset, her energetics, just randomly people come in her DMs and just say that, hey, we want to work with you. Even the old people that she did free trial for and then they didn't convert into paid clients, now they come back to her like, please, can we work with you? New people come to her. Why? Because of money mindset. Law of attraction works everywhere. I help them with visualization, with their confidence, with sales call. I do so with my students, when before they get on a sales call, I do a mock sales with them, either in my Telegram chat or on a one-on-one call like this, depending if we have that time. Before they get on a sales call, they are not getting on the sales call without my help. No, that's not happening. They definitely have to do a mock sales call with me where I become the client and ask them grueling questions. And those grueling questions help them so much that finally, when they get on the sales call with people, it just converts. Like she did, 1.5 months from literally not being able to charge anything to confidently telling that $2,500 is my minimum. And the client is like, okay, I was expecting that. Do you see the difference of mock sales call? That is absolutely important. And this is why I include this in my coaching in Build Your Fan Club. Then there is follow me here. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will see I have a full interview with her, by the way, where she has bagged $7,000 USD client from a single project just few months after finishing Build Your Fan Club. You can watch the whole interview here. It's on my Build Your Fan Club channel, my YouTube channel. You can watch the whole interview here and how she was working as a VA, as an assistant before, but after Build Your Fan Club, she became an expert email copywriter, then immediately started making these $1,000, $2,000 clients, and then shot up to $7,000 client. And now she's doing even better. This was 2022 when she did this. So she's doing even better now. There is another client that I'll tell you from so this is Jamie. She was my done for you client. She was literally I used to write email copy for her in 2021. This is also, her interview is also on my YouTube channel, which you should absolutely go and listen to. She was my done for you client. She's a coach in the US. And I was writing for her. And then when I was promoting my Build Your Fun Club, she saw how she has to learn the email funnels, because this is email funnels is so important. Everyone has to learn it, whether you're a coach, you're a marketer, whatever, you have to learn it. So she joined to learn email funnels and copywriting tips for herself, even though she was my own client and I was literally writing copy for her, but she still wanted to join. After joining, she literally improved her copywriting and lead magnet strategy so much that her Facebook group started lasting. People started joining from everywhere. Her email list increased. Her lead magnet ideas became so well that aligned clients came to her. She started increasing her revenue. It's all because email funnels are really important, guys. I'm telling you, even if you're not joining Build Your Fan Club, learn it from somewhere, like a good way of learning email funnels, because it's really important. And if you listen to this video, what Jamie is saying, you'll understand how important it is. You'll understand how important what I'm telling you here is. So this is what I will say. And now I'm going to talk to you about Build Your Fan Club. Okay, so Build Your Fan Club is the ultimate program. I don't say this lightly. I am not someone who says this to boast myself or to say that, hey, basically toot my horns. I don't do that. This is our ultimate program because it teaches you the mindset, the sales strategies, the writing, the ethics of empathy, and the ethics of emotions, which is honestly not common in the copy industry today, but it will be in 5 years. So this is literally you being ahead of the trend with Build Your Fan Club. So what do you get? Oops, this is not what I was showing. 1 second. Okay. I'll show you the sales page directly. So what do you get when you join Build Your Fan Club? It's literally the time to build your copywriting business. It has everything that you need. Imagine there are 4.4 million new businesses starting every year in the US and around 1.6 million in India. Why do I include these two countries? Because they're English speaking countries and it's highly lucrative. These countries are investing in marketing and copywriting amazingly. This is literally like a cash machine. I literally tell you, I guarantee you, copywriting is the most money-making profession you will ever see from my personal experience. You can go ahead and read the whole story. I'm not going to get into now my first launch story and everything. This part you have seen. So what is going to Build Your Fan Club cover? It has 4 major modules. It has many trainings in it, but majorly it has 4 modules. The first one is about lead magnets, my signature lead magnet strategy, and the ultimate worksheet to write any copy in the world. If I show you the backend, see, this is module 1 where you have what is email marketing, lead magnet strategy. This is a very important part of module 1, my irresistible lead magnet strategy. It's a whole 25 minutes training. Everything you need to know about lead magnets is covered in this. Then there is a worksheet, which is absolutely non-negotiable. This is very important worksheet. A lot of my students take weeks to complete this because it's that important. But once they complete this, boom, they are shot up in their level. It's that important. And module 2 is again my 6 storytelling styles, the unique styles that I talk about with live examples, of course. Now, again, I'll show you here. Module 2 has these 6 storytelling styles that I talk about with examples in each of them. You can see that. It has my own rule of editing, which will make it very easy for you. You don't have to use anyone else for your editing. It has my own style, my own signature framework for editing. And then it has my story testing staircase framework. What do I mean by that? How do you know your story is going to work? There are so many stories that you can write for your client. How do you know what's going to work using this framework? So this framework is highly, highly important. A lot of my clients use this forever. I use this till this date. Module 3 is about launch. Launch is very, very important, as I tell you guys. Amazing. It's covered here in module 3, as I tell you. 3 phases of launch: pre-launch, start of launch, end of launch. This is literally what has to be done in any copywriting, because if you're a copywriter and you're not launch focused, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry to say that. Module 4 is client attraction. I have all about client attraction in there. As you guys have already heard from my Instagram, there is additional training, my own clients' live breakdown, then funnels, through active campaign, basically a lot of, see, so many client attraction, live example, no lead magnet, no problem. You can still build your email list even if you don't have a lead magnet. There's a whole training inside, because some of your clients will not have a lead magnet. You can still start building their email list. This is again a 30 minutes training. Email funnels, my own portfolio. I have my own portfolio here that you can go through and learn from. It's really huge. Like, my own portfolio is a full bank in itself, if I have to show you. See, I have so many things. It's a full bank, course creation. It's literally a full bank. I have some of my sales pages written here that this is one of my clients that you just saw. This entire sales page is written by me. It was written around 1.5 years ago, and it's still doing very well. This copy is robust, and this will do well for the next 5 years, 6 years, because this is the role of copywriting. See, the long form style of sales page writing, it's here. This is a live example from my client, how to write case studies. See, story-based case studies. This is what I wrote for my client. These are all live examples I'm showing you guys. You can literally become just a sales page copywriter and earn $1,000 to $2,000 for just sales page. Just sales page. Another sales page that I wrote for her. So it's just, I have many examples, but I'm just showing you this one. See, case studies are so important. I cannot stress enough on case studies. I always say this on my social media as well. So these are the modules. It's a very limited time offer, which I'm going to tell you right now, because earlier what I used to do with Build Your Fun Club, I used to keep it cart open, cart close. I used to open it for a few days, then close it. But now I'm keeping it evergreen. Like, anyone can join anytime after paying, but the prices are dynamic. The prices are going to change. By change, I mean they're only going to increase. They're not going to decrease. I don't do any kind of Black Friday sales for Build Your Fun Club ever. I may do it for like small master classes, but never for Black Friday sales. For Build Your Fan Club is my baby. I'm never going to do any kind of offer or discount on this. So the investment right now, if you pay in full, is 75,000 rupees. If you pay in 3 parts, it is 30,000 into 3, which honestly you just save a lot, because the price is going to, as you can see, the price will very soon increase. Or you can go for a 6-part payment, which is 20,000 into 6. These are prices for a limited time, as I just said, because right now I'm giving you a lot. I'm giving you 5 years of access, one-on-one calls with me, Telegram chat with me, weekly copy review, mock sales, call prep, money block healing, custom lead generation strategy based for you, just for you, for the kind of clients you want. This is honestly the gold mine right now, because this price is not going to remain the same. I haven't fixed a date in my mind when this price is going to increase, but if you guys have been following me for the past 2 years, you know Build Your Fan Club always increases its price, because it's literally leading in the copywriting industry, and it will, even if it's not become popular yet, it will, because what I'm teaching here is absolutely needed in the copywriting industry. and people are gearing towards it. The whole industry is gearing towards this kind of copywriting style. So yeah, you get Telegram chat every Wednesday and Thursday for the first 3 months, one-on-one calls with me, and you have 3 calls with me, 16 minutes each. You have weekly copy review. This is the most important part. Some of my students ace this because they write launch copies for their clients. They first get it audited by me, and then they write it for their clients, and their clients make a lot of money with that copy. And obviously, if their client is making money, my student makes a lot of money, and the whole cycle repeats. Custom money block healing. This custom money block healing I did for Bharavi, the client that I just told you, the student. And she's the one who actually went from giving free trials to now just confidently saying, hey, this minimum is $2,500. And I love that when she says this. So this is what happens when you do money block healing. Some case studies, some people ask me that is Build Your Fan Club only for copywriters? No, like Lipi is one good example. She was a social media manager back in my first cohort, and she joined Build Your Fan Club because she wanted to write better captions for her clients, add newsletter service and email funnel service to her roster. Because these days, social media managers have to learn email funnels. Otherwise, even they are not having good space in the industry if they don't know email funnels. So they have to learn this, which is why she joined. She was ahead and she did really well. What happened as a result? Immediately after learning these things from Build Your Fan Club, she converted a high-ticket client by the name of Craft Tech for copywriting, social media, newsletter services. So she actually increased her roster by services. So now she's not only offering social media, she's better at social media now because of email funnels, and she's also doing their newsletter. So she started earning double, literally double. This was her highest client. And eventually she went on to, she planned to open an agency. I'm not sure now if she has opened an agency or not, but this is what she told me in her interview, that eventually she wants to open her agency to add these services. So she's a social media manager doing amazingly well with Build Your Fan Club. Follow me's example, you guys have seen 7K USD client. That is no joke. She was a VA. She worked on my own team as an assistant. And then she joined Build Your Fan Club to learn everything, and then straight away launched her own email list, got international high-ticket clients, and now she's doing amazingly well. You should actually go through her interview over here. I also have timestamps so that you don't have to go through a lot. But yeah, it's an amazing interview that you guys should listen, absolutely. So this support is limited time offer, honestly, because I can't offer my one-on-one time and energy for a long time, but I'm really motivated to do it right now. I'm extremely motivated. I don't want to do something like cut open, cut close. So Build Your Fan Club is going to be evergreen, but the prices will increase. This kind of one-on-one support will not be there for a long time because I will not always have this high touch coaching in Build Your Fan Club. It's going to become wider and wider with time, as you all know. So this is a very limited time offer that you guys can get. And now if you have any questions, email me, or you can always DM me on Instagram. You guys all know my Instagram page. And of course, subscribe to Build Your Fan Club YouTube channel. So this was the ultimate masterclass today. And I'm so excited of everything that I covered in due time. I took a little more than 60 minutes. I think I took 80 minutes, but it's okay. We had some technical glitches in between, but I'm so happy I covered all of the topics that I really wanted to teach today, because a lot of people do this. They do these free webinars and literally teach nothing of value. They just, you guys can relate. Some people do this. I'm not saying everyone, but some people do this, that they just talk about themselves. They just talk about their offer. They just talk about their paid program, and they don't teach anything valuable. I'm not one of those people. If I am calling people, making them invest their time and energy with me, I will always give something of value to them. And what I'm giving of value over here is what I'm teaching. So this is something that I have covered. Please write me in chat, or if you want to come on camera and tell me how was your experience with this class, please let me know. Whatever you're comfortable with, I'm looking forward to it for some encouragement myself after talking so long. Please write me in chat what was your experience, because everyone's going to have a different experience of this masterclass. Please write your experience in the chat or come on the video, raise your hand on the video, and I'll I'll take you on the video to talk about it. If any of you want to do that.
Hi, Devika. This is Neha.
Hi, Neha.
Hi. So I want to share my experience as I'm already a member of a bigger fan club. So I want to talk about my experience. I joined 2 months ago, and I want to second some of your things you said. Yes, guys, the price is going to be increased. I'm sure. I'm vouching for it. Yes. So if anyone, she didn't tell me to say this. Trust me. It is my experience. Yes, the price is going to increase. So if anyone wants to join, just join it right now. Number two, yes, she supports really well because I'm the one who is going through really troubled times, and she is literally holding me. Yes, Neha, you have to do it. You have to do it. And she is keeping her word, and in fact, she is making me afloat, and I'm yes, I'm very thankful to her. This is what I want to say, and trust me, she didn't say anything to tell me. This is something which comes from my heart right now, so I speak. Thank you so much, Devika.
Thank you, Neha, so much. I'm so honored that not just people who are not in my paid program, my own students come to this. My own other students also said they want replay. They requested me for the replay because they know if Devika is even given something for free, there will be value. She's going to teach. And they said, please, just because we are your students, don't miss us out. Give us the replay. Because my other students asked for the replay, and I was so pleasantly surprised that Neha came on this call today, being one of my own students, and I didn't expect such a sweet gesture.
No, Devika, actually, I want to hear every word you are speaking, or you want to speak about build your fan club, because I know the value. Whatever you say, there will be some value.
Thank you. Meghna, you can't come on camera, but if you're comfortable, would you like to say on audio like Neha did? Would you be comfortable with that?
Hey Devika.
Hi.
Um, yeah, actually, I'm really, I can't speak right now that well because of my throat is not that good. But I learned a lot today, and I actually came to know about you from Hustle Pot Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from that time onwards, I'm following you. Even if you small posts of yours, I learned so much, and today also I learned really, really good, important things today. Thank you for that. Actually you and I chatted on Instagram. You remember, if you remember me.
I do.
Yeah. Today, yes, this free masterclass. Thank you for that.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this sweet gesture. It really encourages me, and I'm so happy, and I'm looking forward to all the people who are going to watch this on replay. I know a lot of you will watch this on replay, and I'm just so touched by the live attendees here. Thank you so much. We'll connect back very soon. I'm ending this masterclass now, but you'll forever have my heart and my love. Thank you so much.